Diabetes affects almost 50% of Mexico's population, and along with heart disease, is the country's leading cause of death. The government spends billions trying to manage diabetes, but for many low-income Mexicans, care isn't affordable. This week's Game Changer uses technology at its chain of sugar clinics to treat diabetics at a fraction of the usual cost. Meet Sugar Daddy Javier Lozano.
Diabetes is a catastrophe in Mexico and definitely in many countries. It is the first cause of death. There are more than 14 million people with diabetes in the country, and more than 80,000 people die every year because of the lack of care. My name is Javier Lozano. I'm a social entrepreneur, co-founder of Clinicas de Azucar, that means sugar clinics in Mexico.
¿Cuándo le gustaría? ¿Qué día? ¿Mañana?
I had this dream to be this Mexican scientist that it was going to change the world, but I realized that actually I didn't know Mexico very well. So I live in the Sierra Tarahumara to understand what were the basic needs of people. So I live in a very small room, no running water, no electricity, and I was the doctor, I was the teacher, I was the priest in the community. Technology has to play a more important role in healthcare. We have to think technology to create access. Is how we can take the knowledge of the doctor to a rural area where there is impossible for a doctor to be there. So Clinicas de Azucar is a revolutionary one-stop shop, low cost for diabetes care. We have nurses, we have nutritionists, we have a psychologist, and we have specialized doctors. Once the patient comes to the clinic, we have what we call health stations. And the patient goes around, so we check their eye, we check their food, we give them the treatment, we give them their diet. And so basically in 1 hour and a half, the patient can save 80% of the time and 70% of the cost of getting that specialized care.
Pues sí, me sentía bien desanimada, con mucho sueño, bien desfuerzada de las piernas y todo eso. Sin ánimo de caminar, yo quería hacer muchas cosas y no podía. Yo misma me desesperaba porque pues estamos en el rancho, ¿verdad? Y allá tiene uno mucho trabajo. Me atendieron de todo y yo me sentí bien, luego. Yo me sentí muy bien. Yo para allá, para los 8 días, ya me sentía, tenía mucho dolor de cerebro. Sentía mi cerebro bien pesado. Entonces, no, ya yo lo sentí mucho cambio.
Felicidades.
Gracias, qué bueno.
The lack of education around the family makes blame the patient. And we say that it's their fault because they have diabetes, which is not true. And that makes the patient feel lonely, isolated, and without any type of support. having access to diabetes care changed your life a lot. Being not controlled with very high glucose levels to being in control and without the fear of developing complications. So definitely that makes people happy, makes people productive, and we have a lot of patients that once they are controlled, they can go back to work and be more productive. So definitely has a lot of change having or not having specialized care access. It makes me feel great. It's the satisfaction to put your talent to create access. That's I would say I have the better job in the world.
More than 30% of Mexicans are considered obese, which contributes to the country's diabetes dilemma. Snacking on junk food and a lack of exercise are a big part of the problem. We'd love to hear your comments, so if you know someone who's helping change the world, drop us a line at an@cctv-america.com or tweet us at cctv_America and tell us about a game changer you would like to see on our show.